ladies and gentlemen, KJ here, and I would like to welcome you back to another episode of the NWL, where we have another great night of action for you, ladies and gentlemen, as we are continuing our road to WrestleMania, the season finale this year. And as I announced last week, both of the competitors in the NWL Championship match this year are in competition tonight. First off, the NWL champion Vincent Andolini squares off against the webhead Spider-Man in a one-on-one contest. It should be a fun match between those two, as they are both very talented and both looking for a victory. Meanwhile, his challenger, the demented creature Carnage, will be teaming up with the NWL Intercontinental Champion Agent Smith as they take on the team of Steve Smooth and Daniel Bryan in the main event. That will be, of course, later on tonight. So let's go ahead and get the action started with a little bit of a 2-on-1 handicap match right now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting started here tonight with the action 2-on-1 handicap match. Like I said, it'll be a tag in and out type of handicap match, not just both guys in the ring at one time. As you can see, Hiroshi Nakamoto is unfortunately on the one side of thing, going up against Cowboy Keith and Wade Barrett. These guys just will not stop with some of the new guys that are on the roster this year. Going after Lamar Henderson, El Generico, and now Hiroshi Nakamoto. Guys, gotta get a rest. Gotta find a better hobby than to go after these young guns looking to make a name for themselves. This is all thanks to about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Hiroshi Nakamoto faced off against Wade Barrett in a singles match, was able to pick up the victory against him, which of course did not sit well with Barrett or his partner Cowboy Keith. Keith has had his issues with Hiroshi Nakamoto earlier on this season. And so they are teaming up to take him on once and for all here. Could have a little bit of an advantage like they have had with guys like El Generico and Lamar Henderson. It's really unfortunate that Hiroshi is being brought into this as well. But we will see. El Generico was at ringside for him those couple weeks ago against Wade Barrett when he had to face off against him in singles competition. El Generico was there for him, was supporting him from the outside, so we'll have to see with the outcome of this if El Generico and Lamar Henderson might still be behind him and help him out. It would be a big win for Hiroshi if he were to get a victory over these guys. However, the numbers game is always an issue you have to worry about. Always something gnawing at the back of your mind. I mean, these guys can tag in and out whenever they're feeling a little bit ganged up on. Maybe they aren't feeling as fresh. Need to get a good guy in there to lay a smackdown on you. You can tag in and out. Hiroshi can't do that. He's all alone. Doesn't have anyone in his corner. Gets a spinning forearm there from Cowboy Keith. Now picking him up. This could be a bad spot for Hiroshi, and he knows it, so he gets out of it. Dropping the Cowboy down. And I really would like to know what does Cowboy Keith and Wade Barrett have against all these young guys that are coming into the NWL. I mean, this has been all season long. You know, WrestleMania is our season finale, and it's over then for a couple months. But I mean, ever since the beginning, Keith has been going after all these young guys, and Barrett's joined in recently, and I just don't know what they got against them. These guys were rookies at one time. Cowboy Keith was a rookie last year. Won the NWL Championship, first ever NWL champion. I mean, new guys coming in, some new fresh blood, infusing the rosters, a great thing. I have no idea why these guys would be against that unless they think that they're taking a spot from them, but they haven't been really in any high-profile matches or anything. Again, Cowboy Keith is a former NWL champion. I'm sure if he wants to get back into the championship picture, all he's got to do is, I don't know, go after the champion, you know? Get a match with Vincent Andolini. Prove that you still got what it takes and challenge for that title again. Hiroshi's in a little bit of trouble right now as he gets his knee kicked out by Wade Barrett. And this is kind of the part of the match where it really would come in handy if you could tag someone else in. As you can see, Barrett's not laying up on him. He's been tagging in and out efficiently with Cowboy Keith. Very smart wrestling by these guys so far. And Hiroshi really, again, can't do much of anything in this situation. He's got no one there to help him out. He's got no one that can get him out of this jam that he finds himself in. As the winds of change by Wade Barrett. He will now tag in Cowboy Keith. Coming in to go up against Hiroshi. On his shoulders hits the wasteland. Wasteland by Cowboy Keith or Wasteland by Wade Barrett. Which do you pick? Either way, it's the end of Hiroshi. Unfortunate situation there for Hiroshi Nakamoto as he is unable to pick up the victory against Cowboy Keith and Wade Barrett. Numbers game was just too much for him, as it is for most people. Congratulations to Barrett and Cowboy Keith, though. You got the victory. And Hiroshi's going to have to go back to the drawing board and look at a different strategy. Alright, so we're going to keep the action rolling here for you guys tonight as we get our next match underway. I announced it a little bit earlier in the night, but it is going to be the Webhead Spider-Man, former Intercontinental Champion, going up against the current NWL Champion, Vincent Andolini. Should be a very fun, entertaining match between these guys. A clash of styles, if you would, as you got the high-flying, high-octane move set of Spider-Man with the more grounded, more cunning thought process of the current champion, Vincent Andolini. So it's going to be fun to see which guy can come out on top in this one. Andolini could use some momentum going into WrestleMania, but Spider-Man could upseat him. Let's find out what happens right now. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Spider-Man versus Vincent Andolini in a one-on-one contest between these guys. Like I said, it should be a pretty entertaining matchup between them. Some good clashing of the styles. Should provide us with plenty of entertainment. Spider-Man is always a very fun competitor to watch in the ring. He is willing to just flip and fly all over the ring. Similar to his arch nemesis Carnage in a way, except I think he has a little bit more respect for his body and his opponents. Next crane kick there by Spider-Man levels Vincent Andolini temporarily. Then a drop kick right to the seated man. But yeah, he is willing to fly off the ropes and the turnbuckle and the apron, and pretty much anything and everything in that ring is a launching platform for him. Vincent Andolini's gotta watch himself in this one. You know, he's the NWL champion right now. He'll be going into WrestleMania to defend that title against Carnage, who won the Royal Rumble this year and who will be in action later on tonight. He's looking to try and retain it successfully at WrestleMania, and something he was not able to do last year. He lost the title at Night of Champions last year, so he's hopefully going to be able to do a little bit better this year at WrestleMania. Pinning attempt by Spider-Man now. Only gets a 1 count on Vincent Andolini though. Kick to the gut. A couple more kicks. Spider-Man uses some very interesting kick offense. Andolini's struggling a little bit right now as he's able to reverse it temporarily and goes after those legs. It's actually a very good strategy. If you take out the legs of the webhead, he cannot use that speed or a lot of those high-flying moves. Although that's a pretty fast move right there they used. Vincent Andolini is in a lot of trouble right now. Standing moonsault. Not a good spot. Champion's reeling a little bit. He needs to get himself back into this match. And fast. That could be one way to do it. Take him down and start torquing on the leg. Spider-Man return fire with some kicks and punches. And a drop kick that really doesn't drop him. Of course, a victory by Spider-Man could do a lot for him, being the NWL champion. Always a good thing to do. Of course, he has to defend the title at WrestleMania against Carnage, but either way, if Spider-Man wins this, he could be getting himself in line for a possible championship match against one of the two, maybe. Spider-Man does have his run-ins with Carnage in the past. Spider-Man was the first Intercontinental Champion. Carnage dethroned him for the title. Spider-Man has never been able to beat Carnage in singles competition. Always been able to get the better of him. Carnage has. Goes for a pin now. Spider-Man gets a 2.5 count before Andolini is able to kick out. Spider-Man flipping him up and over now. Goes for another pin. Spider-Man looking to put this thing away pretty fast here. 2.5 once again. Andolini's kicking out, keeping this thing alive. He needs to find some offense here. Spider-Man has been controlling the most of this match. Andolini is reeling, basically. That is not where he wants to be. He's the NWL champion. He should be doing a lot better than this against Spider-Man, but he is not right now, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can maybe make a comeback here in this one, as the action is now spilled outside the ring in front of our announce table, as it seems to be every week. Ooh, wow, huge enziguri kick by Spider-Man, just flipping around and hitting him square in the face. Oh, that one just looked painful. That one just looked horribly, horribly painful for Vincent Andolini. Spider-Man now getting back into the ring, it looks like. Well, Andolini was first, and then Spider-Man comes flying in with an uppercut. Andolini now delivering a kick of his own right to the side of the head of Spider-Man. Spider-Man, though, ooh, nice one there. A Spider-Rama. A Spider-Rama by Spider-Man only gets a 2 count as Vincent Andolini somehow finds the will to power out of this one. Once again, the NWL champion holding his all right now, but it could be a matter of time. Spider-Man has controlled the better part of this match. Vincent Andolini really needs to turn this thing around really fast here, because Spider-Man just looks dominant in this one. And he could be closing in on a victory over the NWL champion. Could put him in line for championship match come next season, maybe. Takes him down once again. Spider-Man is fired up. Goes for another pin. 1, 2. Not enough. Andolini still kicking out. Still putting up a good fight. Still putting up a good match, these two are. Andolini now lifting Spider-Man up and delivering a snake eyes to him in the corner turnbuckle. Once again, going after the legs. It's good strategy that Andolini should have been doing a little bit more during this match. If you get the webhead's legs out from under him, he can't have the same agility and speed that he normally would. And really, I mean, if he jumps off the ropes with bad legs, nothing good's going to happen for him. Nothing good's going to happen. Ooh, beautiful backbreaker there by Spider-Man. It's grabbing the head and then just powering him and down with it. Ooh, delivers a second one. Back just being compressed right over the knee of Spider-Man. Standing moonsault once again. Spider-Man is looking very good in this match. I'm extremely, extremely impressed by the webhead right now. He's making the most of his opportunity against the NWL champion in this one. And that's what you gotta do. Make the most of your opportunities. Make them count, man. Make them count. Spider-Man is doing just that. Oh, wow. Beautiful Pele kick by Spider-Man right on the forehead of Vincent Andolini, and he could be done right here. No. Kicks out. Kicks out. Spider-Man going high red, but is crashing and burning instead. Off the springboards on the rope, but Vincent Andolini moved out of the way. Spider-Man crashed and burned, and now the Godfather put him away. I'm sorry, Spider-Man, but it's just business as usual. Andolini picking up the victory with the just business tombstone. It was a very competitive match between these guys. Spider-Man really controlled the main bulk of it, had Vincent on the ropes many times, many pinfall attempts by Spider-Man, but he continuously kicked out, continuously kept fighting, and then a big miss by Spider-Man at the end there, and Vincent Andolini was able to seal it away. It's just business. It's just business. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our next match of the night. It is Dominic Cervantes versus the Oompa Loompa. And Dominic had some very choice words before this match regarding last week's encounter with his tag team partner, or former tag team partner, Rey Mysterio, I should say. He said that he is tired of living in Rey Mysterio's shadow. Everyone always talks about Rey and how good he is as a wrestler and how he's a member of the Demon. Not really talk about Dominic or his abilities that much. He's also, I can understand this part, is just tired of losing. It did seem like the Luchadors were kind of at the bottom of the bottom when it came to the tag team division. They really never moved up. They really never got in title contention. I don't even think they ever got a title match for the NWL Tag Team Championships. You always talk about guys like First Ever Champions, Legacy, Rated RKO, Evolution, The Devil and Batista, even Willy Wonka and the Oompa Loompa have had, I think, more opportunities at the titles than Rey Mysterio and Dominic Cervantes. So, not getting an opportunity and constant losses, playing second fiddle. Can kind of understand where Dominic is coming from, you know. He's ready to branch out, ready to do his own thing. Spread his wings, see how far he can go. I don't think he needed to, you know, attack Rey to do that, but, hell, sometimes you gotta make a statement when you're ready to do that. And that is one hell of a statement right there. Nice reversal of a possible powerbomb attempt by the Oompa Loompa. This is a good match for him, kind of a equal-sized opponent. Although the Oompa Loompa does not play down to his side, he plays up to his opponent's side. I've seen him face off against many, many tough opponents. He's gone up against the tag team champions, the Devil and Batista, on a couple different occasions and has held his own against Batista or the Devil in the ring, even able to lift those guys up and slam them down onto the mat. Incredible strength this young guy has. So he should probably have no problem against Dominic Cervantes here tonight. He could even pull out the upset. Although Cervantes is focused, he's ready. He's looking to try and gain a victory with his new outlook on life, his solo persona here. And this would be a great one against the Oompa Loompa. Our tag team competitor, just like he was. The Oompa Loompa hasn't branched out himself yet. Up and over goes Dominic Cervantes. The Oompa Loompa puts him down on a mat there when he came running in, and now trying to turn this thing into his favor, but Dominic's able to reverse. Yeah, I wonder if someone like, you know, the Oompa Loompa might feel that same way, you know. Probably think he plays second fiddle to Willy Wonka sometimes. They've never won the NWL Tag Team titles, although they've gotten quite a few matches for them and gotten close to winning them on many separate occasions. Yeah, I wonder what his thoughts and philosophies are when it comes to his team that he's a part of. Dominic rolling through with the senton. Oompa Loompa though getting right up and into the fray again. Two of them trading reversals here in this one, back and forth. Good action, and again another reversal, this time by the Oompa Loompa as he turns Dominic around and gains momentum up and over, and reversed again by Dominic. He was looking for a suplex by the Oompa Loompa, but Dominic was able to reverse it into a neck breaker. And then reverses an attempt by Dominic with a couple elbows straight to the face. Off the springboard ropes, Dominic crashing and burning though there, as the Oompa Loompa was able to evade him, stepping forward and out of the way. Now Dominic brings him up to the top rope. This could be bad news for the Oompa Loompa in this situation. Dominic's up there with him. Not good. Flipping him down and over. Dominic Cervantes looking very impressive right now. Now rolling senton gives him the edge against the Oompa Loompa right now, who's trying to stay in this one, trying to win this one. A couple elbows straight to the chest by Dominic. Spinning and flipping him down, goes for a pin. Dominic Cervantes only gets a 1 count on the Oompa Loompa. Good attempt there. It's one way to try and gain the victory in this match. Now tying him up into the tree of woe. The Oompa Loompa could be in bad shape here, but he's able to get out of it. Nice move there by him. Ooh, what a smack on the side of the head with that enziguri kick. You could hear that one all the way up into cheap seats, ladies and gentlemen, as Dominic really made the Oompa Loompa pay with that one. And he is fired up, he is ready to go. Could be looking to put the Oompa Loompa away, but he's able to push him away and keep fighting in this one. Dominic, though, reversing, gets behind him, spins over, goes for another pin, exactly like before. 1, 2, and gets kicked out on by the Oompa Loompa. A little bit closer this time, but was not able to put him away, was not able to finish it. The Oompa Loompa rallying back here. Now he's got Dominic up on his shoulders in a wasteland. Wasteland by the Oompa Loompa to Dominic. Not good situation. Dominic could lose this match against the Oompa Loompa. No, 2 only. Dominic finding the will to kick out of the wasteland there by the Oompa Loompa. And things have now turned into the favor of the orange-skinned man. He's taking it to Dominic Cervantes. Till he catches a kick, delivers one to the back of the head. The two of them back up on their feet, locking back up here in the center of the ring. Dominic levels him, temporarily at least. Ooh, and that hurts, man. That is a very painful position that the Oompa Loompa was in right there, and that's an even more painful one as he goes face first into the mat. Face first into the mat. Now Dominic looking to put him away. Takes him out with a zigzag there. Goes for the pin. The Oompa Loompa, unfortunately, is out of this one. Well, it was back and forth action for the most part of this one. The Oompa Loompa had some good moves in there, good offense at certain spots, even hitting him with a wasteland, but Dominic would not be deterred. His new outlook, his new attitude proved successful in his first match as a singles competitor. He picks up the win over the Oompa Loompa. Alright, that was an impressive victory by Dominic Cervantes as he is proving that he is tired of winning and he doesn't need Rey Mysterio. Took out the Oompa Loompa. Might have been a little bit harder than he thought it would be, but got the victory eventually. So congratulations to him on his new outlook on life. It is time now, though, for our main event, ladies and gentlemen. It is one I've been looking forward to tonight. I announced it a little bit earlier, but here it is again. It is Carnage and Agent Smith teaming up to take on Steve Smooth and Daniel Bryan. These guys have all had issues with each other. Agent Smith is going to have to face off against Steve Smooth eventually for that Intercontinental Championship. Carnage and Daniel Bryan went to war at Night of Champions. Carnage, of course, came out on top, but obviously things are not done between them, as we're going to see in this tag team match. A lot of very interesting things to watch here, as it always seems to be at the main event. Let's go ahead and get started right now. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our main event of the night. I've been stressing it all night long. Tag team action in the ring here as the NWL Intercontinental Champion Agent Smith teams up with Carnage to take on Steve Smooth and Daniel Bryan. This should be a very, very competitive match between these guys. A lot of rivalries coming to a head here in this one. Of course, Steve Smooth has had his issues with the NWL Intercontinental Champion Agent Smith ever since Smith attacked Smooth backstage at Extreme Rules, knocking him out of commission for the night. And his championship match against CM Punk, he would go on to fill in for Smooth and actually win the title. Smooth had been looking to get some revenge on him, and last week he beat CM Punk. No disqualification, no countout, falls count anywhere match, and was able to become the #1 contender to the Intercontinental title. Meanwhile, that man in the ring with him right there, the demented creature known as Carnage, is this year's Royal Rumble winner. Won the 20-man Royal Rumble match, earned his spot at WrestleMania main event to challenge against Vincent Andolini, who was of course in action earlier tonight. He's had his issues with that man who just tagged in, Daniel Bryan. Bryan was the one that he eliminated last in the Royal Rumble match. Two of them faced off just recently at Night of Champions, trying to sell some differences they had between each other. Of course, Carnage was able to gain the victory against Bryan, but these two continue to fight in this tag team match. When it was announced that Carnage would team up with Agent Smith, Bryan said, "I'll team up with you, Steve Smooth." Would not miss a chance to go up against the demented creature. Try and prove myself against him. So a tag team main event, always fun to see tag team matches in general, and to see these caliber stars facing off against each other, interacting with each other, providing us with some amazing moves and amazing situations. What more can you ask for here in the NWL? Is Carnage delivering a double boot to the back of the neck of Daniel Bryan, no doubt stunning him temporarily here. There's two of them trading blows here now. Agent Smith comes in and he'll get to take it to Daniel Bryan, delivering punches and kicks galore right to the chest and stomach region. Ooh, there's some more heavy punches and kicks, I should say, too. They're not lightweight little love taps. No. They're big-time whalers. They are big-time whaling ones against Daniel Bryan. And in comes Steve Smooth, trying to pick up the pace here and the momentum for his team. But he's unable to, as Agent Smith pretty much stops him in his tracks when he got in there now. Smooth trying to stop Agent Smith in his tracks as he tags in Bryan again. Double team move, double team action, up, down with an atomic drop and then a big boot right to the face. Saw him do that one earlier. Very effective too. Really stuns your opponent when they come down on your knee in that very awkward, very precarious position. And then just to get a big boot right in your face while you're worried about what's going on down there. Does not feel good. You can attest that that is not going to feel good for you. Smooth providing a little bit of distraction there, allowing Daniel Bryan to go after Agent Smith a little bit right there. Tags in, and these two will get to go at each other now. Agent Smith and Steve Smooth have their issues. Oh, but this Agent Smith does not want anything to do with him. They started off the match with each other, and Smith pretty soon after that tagged in Carnage. It looks like he's doing the same thing here. He is not going to try and deal with his #1 contender for his title. And let Carnage do the heavy lifting, the hard parts when it comes to that. Of course, Steve Smooth does have that championship match coming up. We have not been told when it will be. I have a feeling that might hold off until WrestleMania here. That would be one hell of a match to put on, one hell of a card that we got already. Two other titles here in the NWL are already going to be defended there. Carnage against Vincent Andolini for the NWL Championship. The NWL Tag Team titles will be defended. It's Carnage going for a pin here against Steve Smooth. The ref did not count. I don't know if Daniel Bryan was distracting him maybe a little bit, or talking to him, preventing him from making the count on Steve Smooth there. But the NWL Tag Team Championships are going to be on the line as the Devil and Batista, the current champions, defend them against the #1 contenders, Randy Orton and the Game, Triple H. Yes, last week Orton challenged the Devil on his partner's behalf. We thought it was all going to be Edge returning from an injury to try and take him on and try and get one more shot for Rated RKO, but instead Randy Orton calls in his buddy Triple H. Of course, them as well as Batista were a part of Evolution not too long ago. Batista and Randy Orton have had their issues with each other recently now, and it's going to come to a head at WrestleMania, and this Intercontinental Championship feud could come to a head too at WrestleMania. It's now fresh bodies in the ring there. Agent Smith and Daniel Bryan both being tagged in by their partners. Get to see some more fights, some more different dynamics going on. Daniel Bryan versus Agent Smith. I don't think we've seen that one before. It'll be fun to see them battle it out maybe for the Intercontinental Championship. If Steve Smooth can't win it when he gets his opportunity, you never know. If Bryan is able to pin Smith here, maybe he'll get a shot. Maybe his time will come for challenging for the Intercontinental title. Daniel Bryan now running up the corner turnbuckle there, trying to gain some momentum. And that is how you do it against Agent Smith again, as he's delivering the kicks right to the chest, with the final one being hit right onto the side of the head of Agent Smith. This is not a good position for the Intercontinental Champion to be in, as Daniel Bryan is now locking in the yes lock on the champ, who is able to crawl to the ropes. Lock that thing in a little bit too close to the ropes, Daniel Bryan, otherwise you might have been able to get a victory with it. Again, a big time victory this would be for Daniel Bryan against the Intercontinental Champion, this tag team match. It might give him the opportunity to challenge for the title down the road here soon. Especially if he can be the one to actually gain the pin on the champion. Although I'm sure he would love to gain a pinfall victory over his opponent Carnage too, who he's been having some issues with recently. That would be just as sweet in his mind, no doubt about it. Agent Smith going for an armbar submission, but Daniel Bryan is able to wiggle his way out of it. Bryan now being thrown into the ropes by Agent Smith. Gets reversed. Bryan taking him down with an arm drag. Arm drag by Daniel Bryan, now springboarding off the ropes. And both men are down. Both men are slow to get up. Agent Smith is the first one to get up. Goes after Daniel Bryan, throws him into his corner. Cannot do anything with it though. So now he picks him up and puts him down on his knee. Big time backbreaker by Agent Smith. Will tag in his partner Carnage. The demented creature Carnage has been on the outside for a while now. He's been resting up, and now he is ready for action in this one, going after his rival Daniel Bryan. Ooh, kick right to the kidneys. Daniel Bryan can't take many more of those. He's taking a lot of punishment in this match, and he really could use a tag to his partner Steve Smooth right about now. But instead he's going to have to deal with Carnage, who's going for a sunset flip. Takes out Daniel Bryan, and Carnage pounding on the mat of the ring there. Setting up Daniel Bryan. Bad place to be. Pedigree. A pedigree by Carnage to Daniel Bryan to the top rope. Swanton bomb. Pedigree Swanton combo. No one's kicked out of it yet. And oh wow. It was not Daniel Bryan that kicked out of it, but instead Steve Smooth that came in and saved the match in the last second. But it's going to be all for naught as Carnage takes out Daniel Bryan anyway. 3-count victory there after he broke her up. Carnage and Daniel Bryan went back at each other, and Carnage just drove his face into the mat there with such force it no doubt knocked Bryan out. And so the Intercontinental Champion and the #1 contender are able to pick up a victory in this tag team main event here. Bryan put up a good effort, so did Steve Smooth, but it was not their night, as Carnage and Smith reign supreme. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the action we have for you once again here in the NWL. Another great night of action from beginning to end. As you saw, some great matches here. As 2-on-1 handicap match went in favor of Cowboy, Keith, and Wade Barrett. They were able to beat Hiroshi Nakamoto. The NWL champion came out on top of Spider-Man in a very, very great match between them. Would love to see them in a couple more matches. Maybe Spider-Man can get an NWL Championship match down the line. That is, of course, if Vincent Andolini is still holding the title, which, as we saw tonight, Carnage picking up the victory for his team. He's looking good. He's looking strong. He has his eyes set on becoming a 3-time NWL champion and having a little bit longer of a reign than, his last 2 of 10 and 0 days. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, please go ahead and leave a like, as well as any comments you may have down below. Otherwise, I'm KJ, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.